Hey everybody, I am back and I wanted to demo the application of ColourCure, but before I did that, I know some of you were mentioning that you have not had great success with applying our nail wraps, and I wanted to show you how I apply mine because it's a really super simple, easy way, and I think that it might help some of you. So I'm just going to give the phone to my sister and she's going to give you guys a better view. Okay, good?
Good.
All right, so I told you guys when I was removing the ColourCure, I was going to wipe all my nails, and so I went ahead and prepped them all already. I already did this hand. You can see how cute they came out. So these nails, I already removed the invisible cuticle, but I'm going to show you what that is just so you have an understanding. So invisible cuticle is on your nails. It means that you have natural, healthy nails, and it's this stuff that is flaking up. Can you guys see that? So I did all my nails except for this one because I wanted to leave this one and show you guys. So what I like to do is I like to just scrape it a little bit gently and get off any invisible cuticle so I can give my wrap or ColourCure or lacquer, gel, whatever I'm applying, a good surface. If your nail, like if your invisible cuticle doesn't scrape off that easily, we do offer a cuticle remover pen. And how that works is you like put the cuticle remover on your cuticle at the bottom of your nail, and then you wait like a minute, and then you take the metal spoon pusher or the orange stick and then you just push it back and you kind of do the same thing. Mine I can get pretty good just by using this cool little tool. So once you do that, you also make sure you want to make sure that your nails are smooth. Don't go crazy, like over buffing, but you just want to give your nails like a nice smooth finish. So now I would go wash my hands with the Dawn dish soap, but I'm not doing that again on camera, so I'm going to actually just take some white vinegar and go over each of my nails. So white vinegar is a really good base. It is a good neutralizer and it helps to remove any oils from your nails. So I like to use that. Plus it's 100% all natural. Okay. So next I'm going to just grab my wrap that I'm putting on. I'm doing leopard because I absolutely love leopard. It's one of my all-time favorites. And I already have this cut for this hand. So I already put it on this hand on my ring finger. The wraps are on clear backing, so you can figure out what size you are just by putting it around your finger. And a little trick, something that you want to remember, you always want wraps showing. You never want the wrap to touch the outsides of your skin because then you're not going to get a watertight seal. Your wrap can lift off sooner, your wrap can buckle because it doesn't have anywhere on the nail to adhere to. So you always want to size down.
Want nail showing?
Yeah, you always want nail showing. And when I take mine off, I try to use an orange stick or just to touch the top of it. You don't want to touch down here where the adhesive is because you don't want to get the oils from your fingers on that adhesive. It's going to start to break it down and you don't want that. So most people now, what they do is they heat it. I don't do that. So what I do is called the cold 1, 2, 3 application. So I put it on my nail first, gently. All I do is just gently set it there, and then I make sure that it's going to fit on this side. See how there's like a gap there? You want that. And you're the only one that can see that because when your skin's there, you're not going to be able to tell. And then see that it's going to fit over here. Look, I have another gap once I pull my skin back. And then I just lightly tap it on. I'm actually going to cut a little of this off at the top because I don't need all of that. And then if you want to, you can save your scraps for your little baby toes. Okay, so now I'm going to take out my mini heater, which has been running this whole time, but you can barely hear it because it is so soft. And I'm going to hit it with a couple seconds of heat. And that's it. And then I'm going to do the 1, 2, 3 method, which means you start at your cuticle, you go straight to the tip. That's 1. Straight to the tip. Then I'm going to heat this side just for a second, and then I'm going to go out to the sides. That's 2. And just push it all the way around. Then I'm going to heat my other side. And then I'm going to go out on that side, and that's 3. And that's it, guys. Like, it's so easy when you do it this way. And I found that a lot of times people like to try to heat the wrap first and then put it on their nail. But when you do that, you're almost racing the clock. You feel like you have to heat it and then get it on your nail before it starts to harden. And I just think it's a lot more difficult this way. So I've been teaching all of my customers to do it this way. They've had tremendous success doing it this way. If you have like super curvy nails, this is really the best way for you to apply the wraps. So I wait till my wraps cooled off. So if I was doing my whole hand in wraps, I would do all of my nails before I go back and cut and file the first one, because you want the wrap to go back to that original consistency. You don't want to file it when it's still pliable, because then it's going to expand once it's cooled. So this one's pretty good. It doesn't take too long to go back. I cut this one. If you have really long nails and you want to take off some of your length, you can just take a clipper and just clip the excess off, and then I would just take a buffer and just boom, done. I like to keep my length. My nails have never ever been this long. Seriously, it's crazy. My nails have never been this long and healthy. I attribute it to the beauty boost that I take, and also just like wearing the wraps and wearing the gel and the ColourCure. It's protecting my nails. My nails aren't breaking. It's amazing. Okay, so next you want to file. And when you file straight down at a 90-degree angle. So you want to make sure you never file like this, because that can cause lifting at your tips. And you never want to file like this way, because that can pull your tips up as well. You always want to file downward in a 90-degree motion. And then you're just going to see that the excess wrap is going to just start to crumble right off on the edge. The only time, see that? The only time that you can go sideways is in the corners. So if I have to get this little tiny bit off, I'll do a little sideways on each of the corners, and that's it. For good measure, I like to go over it with my buffer. And then something that I like to do is called the shirt test, or you can do it on your pants or wherever, but I like to go like this. And if I feel like there's any snags, then that means that I need to go over it again, or I need to just lightly buff it there, and then you do it again and no snags, you're good to go. So that's it, guys. I wanted to show you that quickly because I know some of you were having problems with wrap application, and the wraps are seriously amazing. I've been wearing them for 6 years now, and I can't imagine not wearing them, because they're absolutely amazing. And I'm really bad at painting my nails. So you guys are going to see that in a second when I'm applying my ColourCure. Stop laughing at me, Kara, because Kara's really good at painting nails. But that's why I fell in love with the wraps, because it's really hard for me to paint nails. But that being said, my ColourCure applications have been coming out really good. So that tells me that this is just a really easy product to use, because I really, really stink at painting nails. Okay, so I just got this in the mail, like literally. I got Don't Mind Me, which is a really pretty neutral, and I got See Me Shore, which is, guys, so pretty. So on this hand, we have Don't Mind Me, and then this is Don't Mind Me with one layer of See Me Shore over top of it, and it is so pretty. So pretty. Okay, so let's start off with Don't Mind Me. So my nails are prepped. I put the white vinegar on. They are good to go. So now I'm going to apply my first coat. All right, and like I said, I am not the best at painting. One thing that I want to tell you, that a tip that works really well is called scrubbing your tips. And you do this with the gels, and I do this with ColourCure to make sure that I'm capping my tips and that it's getting on the edges. And this helps to prevent chipping. So you just like kind of scrub at the top. And because it's self-leveling, you're able to do this. Some lacquers, you're not able to really do this with because it's not self-leveling. So it doesn't allow you to scrub and still get that even look. So something that I want to tell you about the ColourCure is that the key is pretty thin layers. It's not thick like a gel, but it's also not thin like a lacquer. It's kind of somewhere in the middle. And so you don't want to put it on too thick, because then it's not going to cure right. So the first layer when you put it on, and I'm sorry guys I picked this color, but I was just so excited to try this color. I know it's not the best to demo with because it's hard to see, but the first layer you're gonna see a little bit of your nail through it still, and that's okay. So the first layer is gonna be pretty opaque, and then the next layer it's going to get better. So don't forget, cap your tips, scrub your tips, and then on to the next nail. So guys, I told you I like stink at painting nails, and so far I'm doing pretty good. At least I think I am. And I don't think I told you guys.
The lacquer remover pen?
Yeah, so Kyra just ruined the surprise. But coming out in September, we have a brand new product. It is going to help all of you who cannot paint your nails well, like me. And it's a lacquer remover pen, and it has multiple tips. It's so cool. And it's not just for lacquer, it's for gel and color care, because you can use it before you cure. And so let's say like I have an oops and I get it on my skin over here, I would just take the pen and go right over it, and then it would come right off. So that's pretty amazing, and that's coming out in September.
For now, an orange stick works pretty good.
The what, orange stick? Yeah, for sure. As long as you make sure to remove it before you cure. Once you cure, for the ColourCure, it's not as bad, but once you cure with the gel, like you're pretty set, like it's cured. All right, scrub, 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 scrub. Cap your tips. Okay, so now, oh, I love that it automatically turns on. One tip that I want to give you if you are using the new lamp, you want to make sure your thumb here is not crooked like this, because then the bottom half of your thumb is not going to cure. So I like to just make sure that my thumb is flat, and so that helps me to get a good application and know that my thumb is gonna get cured all the way. Something else that I want to tell you about curing is if you have the True Shine lamp, you can still absolutely 100% use the True Shine lamp. The True Shine is the one that we have for the gel, so it's like the little purple box one. It's just a different amount of, like a different power of like LD UV combination, and it's timed differently. So this one, it has 3 settings. There's a 99, there's a 60, and there's a 30-second setting. If you just stick your hand in, it's automatically gonna turn on for 99 seconds. You don't have to push any buttons. The True Shine lamp is set for 60 seconds. So if you're doing ColourCure with your True Shine lamp, you have to do at least 2 cycles to make sure that you're getting your ColourCure cured really well and that it's setting. So that's just something that you want to keep in mind. You totally can use a True Shine lamp, and if you have a lamp that is not a Jamberry lamp, I'm sure you can probably use it. You're just going to want to kind of play with it and see like what the ideal timing is for you to cure the ColourCure. And I can even post the like the booklet instructions that shows like the power and stuff of this lamp, so then you can compare it to the one that you have. Okay, so 99 seconds is up, it automatically turns off. And so now you want to wait about 60 seconds, just to let the nails set for a little bit. The lights, what's that called? Like poly.
I'm gonna let you say it.
They do something crazy, but they basically just have to set. So the natural lighting just kind of helps it like harden a little bit. So I'm gonna wait just a couple seconds, and then I'm gonna go ahead and put my next layer on. And then while I'm doing that, this time I'm going to put clear over top of my wrap. So I didn't do it the first time because I only am doing 1 layer of clear over my wrap. But what that is going to do is just allow my wrap to stay on longer. It's not going to catch or snag or do any of that. So I like to just put 1 thin layer on, and while I'm already curing and everything else, it just cures at the same time. So it's really easy. All right, another thing I didn't mention to you guys, when you take the ColourCure out of the bottle, same thing with your gels. When you take it out, you want to spin it, like it's tornado it almost, to get a lot of that product off, and then scrape one side. So one side has nothing, and then one side has like a little bit of product. You don't want to just like pull it out and have it like globbing with product. So you always want to make sure you just tornado, and then I scrape one side, and then I apply. And then I just go back and do the same thing. So now this layer, you're gonna see that it's going to be darker. You're not gonna have that opaque look anymore. And some people, if they want like a super dark concentrated look, I have seen people do 3 coats. It's really up to you. For me, for my nails, I have really long nails right now. And my nails at the tips are really white. And I'm attributing that to my Beauty Boost intake. I think that it's just really helping the biotin and all of that. So I could probably have done a 3rd coat on this one because of the lightness of my tips, but I really like the way it looks. So this is just 2 coats. But you can tell a difference. Like if you look at this finger and this finger, like look how light my pointer finger was, and then my middle finger, how that 2nd coat just really helped.
Do you want to talk about what you do if one of your nails does chip?
Oh yeah, I can. I didn't know if any of them had questions either. But okay, so if you get a chip in your ColourCure, this is actually one of my favorite parts, because if you get a chip in your gel, there's not really much you can do. Like, gel is gel. It's pretty thick, and you have to really remove the whole nail and redo it, which is kind of a pain because it takes so long to remove gel. That being said, if you get a chip in your ColourCure, because it is self-leveling, you can just take out the color that you used, and you can just go over that chip and cure it, and it will self-level and it'll look like a brand new nail. Like, it's absolutely amazing. I actually have a before and after photo of that I can post so that you guys can see, because I was blown away by how amazing that was. Okay, I'm gonna just put clear over my ring finger, and then guys, I'm done. I just have to cure, and that's it. So when you're doing clear over your wraps, you still wanna make sure that you're capping your tips. And whenever you're applying anything, when you're applying gel, lacquer, ColourCure, you need to cap your tips. That's what's gonna help it stay on longer and have you, because the first place that you get chips is on your tips. All right. 99 seconds and we are donezo. Actually, I'll probably do another See Me Shore because I really liked it on my pointer finger. I'm trying to think, is there anything else that we didn't tell them? Chipping, I told them everything.
You can show them how easy it is to do a putty with the lamp then.
The pedicure, yeah. Pedicures are super easy because this is magnetic, so you can just lift it off the base and then stick it over top of your toes. Our True Shine lamp, it's a little bit harder to do that because it's a box, so you kind of have to like stick your toes in the box, and then you run the risk of like smudging them and everything else. So this one for sure is much easier. You really want to make sure, and I just caught myself, your thumb, when you put it in the lamp, you want to make sure your thumb is pointing upwards. Because if I just naturally lay my hand, I lay my hand like this. And while that's fine for most of my nail, this part over here on my thumb would not get cured if it's completely down. But all you have to do is rotate it like that and it'll be absolutely perfect. All right, 79 seconds. So this is nice too because it just like counts up for you. You can kind of see how much time you have left. And remember, if you're doing it with the True Shine lamp, you need to keep track of how many cures you've done. So you need to do multiple cures because it's not timed as long as this lamp. So you want to just make sure that you cure enough. Otherwise, you're going to be able to tell because it's not going to get hard if it's not cured properly. So like these, like they're so super shiny, but like they're hard. These right now I don't want to touch because they need to set for 60 seconds and the natural light just needs to hit them. I remembered what I wanted to tell you. So typical gels, you have to wipe. There's like a sticky residue left that's left on your nails, and you have to take an alcohol wipe and you have to wipe that off. With ColourCure, there is absolutely no sticky residue. So there's nothing left to wipe off, there's nothing. So you absolutely do not want to wipe them. After 60 seconds, I sometimes wait like a little bit longer before like really touching them, like maybe a minute and a half, but just, they're good to go. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to wipe them. You are good to just go about your day. So that's it, guys. I absolutely love ColourCure. I know I didn't pick the best color to demo with, but I really wanted to try this one. If you're wanting to see another live demo, I did Make It Happen, which is the ones that I took off for you this morning last week on a party, and I'll grab that and post it just so that you guys can see, because that one was like a lot of like a brighter color, so you could really kind of see it better as I was putting it on my nails. So I will make that into like a YouTube video or something and then share that with you guys so you can see it. All right, if you guys have any questions, let me know, post them in the comments. I will come back and make sure to answer them. Bye.